Thanks for joining me for Lunchtime Look. My name is Sharon Rogers and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wells, Maine. And Lunchtime Look is a short 10 to 15 minute video where I create a fairly simple card that you can enjoy watching and then recreating later after work. Let's get started. For today's Lunchtime Look, we're going to be studying this design right here on page 11. It features the Bloom Impressions 12 by 12 designer series paper, but this is a really great layout for using up any designer series paper as long as you have designs that go very nicely together. It also uses the Wanted to Say dies, which are awesome for adding a sentiment to designer series paper designs. So the Bloom Impressions, I have swatches of each of the 6 papers. So you've got floral images, a couple more floral images, and then some solid images. Now these two right here don't quite fit with these, so we're not using them. They use this one on the sample, so I will use it also because it does look very similar to this and it goes on the other side. The other thing to note is while these are non-directional, this one does have technically a direction. You can see the stalks are growing up this way. So that'll be the only difference in that I'm cutting this one a little bit differently. I'm going to create 1 inch wide pieces that are 3 1/4 inches long. And because I need one from the back here, I'll do this. And I just need to trim these down, and I can stack them and trim them to 3 1/4. Because it's designer series paper, you can get a couple layers. And then these 3, I also need 1 inch wide pieces. I think I can do all 3 at once. Might take a couple passes. And then I will do 3 1/4. All right. So there we have that. I have a base of thick basic white that I'm going to fold in half and then burnish. And then it's really just about putting these pieces on. So you can put them all kind of straight if you want, but it gives a little bit more of a whimsical look, kind of a fun party look if you mix it up just a little bit. Vary the heights, the angles, and you can see, that's what we get. Now, if we wanted to compare that, I mean, you can do it exactly as they have it, or you can change it up. Now, one of the things that you may not have noticed in here is that if you look very closely, you can see a little bit of an edge of white on white. And this is what's going to take this from an ordinary card to just a more nicely finished card. If you have a layer, even if it's the same color, just change up the heights a little bit. By doing that, it just creates a more finished look. Looks a little bit more expensive, if you will. I'm going to go ahead and adhere these pieces down. And I try to keep them roughly where I think I had them. And so there we have that. And you've got about the same on both sides, about. Again, it's a little bit whimsical, meant to be that way, so it's okay if it is not exact. Now, we need to add the greeting. I'm going to bring in my wanted to say dies, and that's right here. And I can do this in one pass. So I'm going to find the happy birthday detail, and then this is the happy birthday outline. There's also a celebrate in there. Let me show you what's in here. There's celebrate, there's some stars and a flower, hearts, a bow that goes on a present. There's feel better soon and you're too kind. So really nice sentiments that cover a bunch of different occasions. We're going to pull in our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm going to bring in a piece of basic white and basic black. Here are my cutting components. So trays 1, 2, and 3, not tray, but you know what I mean, plates. And I want the black to be the detail. And because this is relatively straight here, I'm going to angle it. Same thing for this one. And let's see if we can go this way just to save a little bit of paper. Again, it's on the angle a little bit, just so it goes through the machine a little bit easier. Put on our top plate. Now, one thing I didn't point out is you could use an adhesive sheet on the back of this happy birthday because these letters are quite thin. It would make adhering it a little bit better. Probably should have done that, but I'm going to show you that you can get away with not doing it. I'm going to show you both ways, actually. I'll show you the second one afterwards. All right, and so now we just need to line this up here. Now, I've got a pretty light hand. I love my green glue, and so I do pretty well with green glue. You just need a little bit. You can also get some detail glue bottles that have a very fine tip on them. You don't have to put it everywhere. I just put it on some of the big spots, usually around every letter too, somewhere. I'll line this right up on the happy. And then my birthday, which stayed stuck in here, which is nice because then I didn't have to worry about losing it. Do the same thing. Lines right up just like that. Whoop, stuck to my hand for a second. Now I'm going to bring in my card front and let's put some dimensionals to the back of this, both the happy birthday and the card itself. And I'm going to put one in the middle here and probably one in the middle here just to give it some strength so it doesn't bow. And happy birthday. Here we go. I'm going to put this up on dimensionals too. Because again, I think it just makes it look A little bit more polished. I don't need to put some in the middle because I've already got some dimensionals going on in the middle there. So this will be good. And so there is a bright and sunny happy birthday card. All we need to do is finish the inside. And I think I'm going to bring in, well, we can bring in one of those really, really busy pieces. This one kind of ties up all of these together. I think it's too much though. I think I'm just going to go with this soft one on the inside. That brings in a couple of the colors. Just cut a 1/2 inch and layer that on the inside. I don't know how long this is. This is probably 5 inches long maybe, which means we will just put it in here so that the left, bottom, and right margins are all equal. And a quick and easy happy birthday card. You can also put another piece on an envelope and call it a day. And that's Lunchtime Look. See you on Friday for Friday Night Live. Almost forgot, I wanted to show you adhesive sheets. Adhesive sheets come in a very long piece. I think they're 6 by 12. And they have some already cut lines on here so you can help peel off the pieces here. I want to attach some to the back of this black piece. Now I don't need a lot. And let me see if my happy birthday is going to fit on here. It's going to just barely fit if I put it right there. So I will need a piece that is not quite as wide. You don't want your adhesive sheet to stick out over the cardstock because then it'll start gumming up your machine. So here I have a piece that's there. I just need to trim off this little piece right here because it's sticking down over there. So I can see that that's pretty good. Maybe a little bit more here. And I'm going to peel off the backing here, and that exposes this tackiness right here. And we're going to put that right there. Now I'm going to turn it over, and on this side, this is where I'm going to cut out my happy birthday. I'll just put this on here however it fits. That fits right like that, I think. I'll bring in my die cutting machine again. Let's move that out of the way. Send this through like this. Let me see if I can get it. Maybe it's, oh, that fits better right like that. There we go. All right, so now here we have our piece. Gently take it out. And if you have some holes in here that need to be punched out, do that now while the adhesive backing is still on it, because otherwise they'll stick to everything. There we go. I'm going to show you the birthday. And there we go. And this is where the cut was on the, it's where that seam was between the two on the adhesive sheets. And then you can see, you can lay that right down. You don't have to worry about gluing at all. I'm so used to using my glue that I almost always forget the adhesive sheets, but I know that a lot of people are not quite as comfortable with the glue. And so then adhesive sheets are really perfect. And they last a long time because you're not going to be using adhesive sheets on a lot of things. And just make sure they all go where they're supposed to go. Voila. You've got the same thing. Isn't that Bloom Impressions paper really beautiful? And it's so springy, perfect for Easter. So if you're placing an order of $60 or more, consider choosing that as your free celebration item. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And if you need a little help getting to that $60 order, those wanted to say dies are fantastic and really will go with lots of papers. You can use this layout with whatever paper you have kicking around, and you're going to get some pretty great cards. Join me on Friday for my Friday Night Live. I only go live on YouTube, but I will have the link on Facebook to help you pop over to my YouTube channel. Have a great rest of your week. See you on Friday.